and Jimmy and anybody who's watching, the Leslie Clark is going to be in at 10:30, and we will do the Zoom of her doing the red flags of escrow, and that's going to be really good. And not sure what's going on here. I may have to restart, Kane.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that won't be a bad deal, right? Because it's circling.
I don't.
It's just circling.
You're doing the video first? You lead off of the video?
We lost her.
No, she's not gone.
No, she's gone.
Is she gone? Oh.
Because she's not lost, she's just, hey, so we're on comment. I look at that when you do your background. Oh, no.
So nobody's in the office until 9 o'clock.
Good morning.
So they probably have.
Good to see you too.
I would get
How do we get her back?
We're live.
We're live?
We're live.
Okay.
Okay, so it's another day in paradise in beautiful Las Vegas, and it's the Ruthie Rocks and Jimmy Dague show, an office meeting, and special guest today, Leslie Clark. So we got a lot to cover, and we're going to talk about artificial intelligence. So let's get on with the show. It is.
What's that mean?
Say what?
I'm gonna start off with something for the live people here real quick. Take me 1 second.
Take it away, Jimmy.
Joe, you were the first one here. I need a number between 1 and 50.
15.
15. Jan?
49.
49.
35.
Wait, you weren't the third one here. Gwen was it? 15, 39. Gwen, between 1 and 50. 22. Teresa?
30.
30. Val?
27.
27. Sandy?
35.
35. Kim?
34.
34. Gwen, what did you say?
22.
And Val, what did you say?
27.
Oh, you missed it by 1.
Ah.
You missed it by 1. Okay, we're done. Ruthie, go ahead.
Okay, so we're pumping along here with 69 sales a day, and it looks like everything's just about the same. We've got 31% of the market is for listings is actually 1,154 homes out of 4,962 homes. So life is just kind of pumping along, nothing changing, which is a good thing. The only thing I see, Jimmy, that's really changing is that we've got less investor sales, just by 2 a day. So that's really not a change. So the beautiful part of our market is that we're not having the ups and downs that the rest of the market's having across the country. And a lot of people are just really slowing down because of the inventory, and prices are then going down. But we're holding steady at $450,000 for the median price. And Jimmy, do you have anything to add to that? Because there's nothing remarkable.
I do. Zoomers in the chat, if you would, is it $4.2 million sales per day? Is it 4.2?
4.
4. So 4 in the chat. 4. Turn your neighbor, say 4.
4.
Why do I care how many $1 million sales there are, Jan? Because I like to follow the money. And last year was a 4.2 last year, Ruthie? Is that what it was last year?
4.2 it ended up, yes.
Well, we're 0.5% difference. We're not even 10%. It's not the $1 million market is still very healthy. And when that market stays at, I can only remember one statistic, Gwen, just one. And I thought it was 4.2, but it's 4. Now I'm standing corrected. It's the first mistake I've ever made.
No, Jimmy, it's not a mistake. It was 4.2 the other day, but it as we add the sales, sometimes it adjusts a little bit. So you were right, but it has changed over the weekend.
So I was right. Aha, Val, I was right. Carolina just came in. Carolina, I was right. Say, you're so smart. Tell me I'm so smart. Oh my God. Tell your neighbor you're so smart. Tell your neighbor you're so smart. Because you know it's 4 how many $1 million sales a day, Kim? 4. That's it. Okay, we're good, Ruthie. I need a statistic. When I get the house to market, I need a statistic. Good. And I got one. Thank you.
Good. And like I said, we're doing 69 sales a day versus 77 sales a day last year. So it's down a little bit. What is that? What's
10%.
the percentage, Jimmy?
10%. It's 10%.
So we're pretty much where the rest of the country is. but we're holding steady. That's our difference. Okay. All right, Jimmy. Where's Jimmy? Jimmy, you need to put your head in the camera. What do you have to say, Jimmy?
Let's go. You got more stuff to talk about. Whatever you're gonna I know you got a video you want to show everybody. So whatever you want to do, that's enough for stats. They have a stat. They only gonna need one.
Okay, so we're going to talk about ChatGPT prompts first of all. And what I want everybody to know, I'm going to put this on the screen. So, and again, I preach all the time, that you've got to be in AI. If you're going to be in real estate, you've got to do video and you've got to get with it with AI. So the best listing descriptions are capable of influencing consumer psychology change that they'll see before they even step foot in the home. So what you want to kind of do is a virtual handshake that welcomes them into the new lifestyle. And even if the property does have some quirks, okay, if you have the right description, you can spin that and make it positive for a lasting impression. So I've got some things here that we can go over. ChatGPT can craft and make your descriptions compelling, attention grabbing. You can't tell people what you want if you can't get their attention. So you've got to do something that gets their attention. And ChatGPT steps in right there. And so this is a blog that Tom Ferry's team wrote. And so when I say I'll share some of the tactics that the prompts and coaching members are used to create stunning listing descriptions, that's Tom Ferry talking to his team. So moving on here, let's look at how you get the competitive edge. The best listing description prompts. So number one, provide example standout property descriptions. If you want to write the best listing descriptions, you have to study the best listing descriptions. Does that make sense? Okay, so your job is to just give the assignment to ChatGPT. So you should be saying things to teach ChatGPT what a great listing description looks like. You with me? So what you're going to do is you're going to find some really good ones and you're going to paste them into the ChatGPT box and you're going to say, this is a really good description of a listing. Now you're going to tell it that. So you're teaching ChatGPT what's really good. Now this is not your listing. It might be $1 million listing. It might be a listing in your price range. It doesn't matter, but it has good descriptions that you want to convert your listing information to that type of a description. So keep in mind, Tom goes on, ChatGPT doesn't always retain what you've taught it from one session to the next, and you may need to feed it these descriptions from time to time. So it's a good idea to keep all your prompts organized in a file ready to copy and paste. Now, ChatGPT, the pro version, does have a way to file things, but they're not, right now, they're not filed collectively. They're just filed in chronological order. So to Tom's point, you should get a file on your computer that is described as your listing descriptions that you gave to ChatGPT, however you want to word that, so that you know where to find it when you need it. Okay, so the best listing description prompts tip number 2, tap into the home seller's perspective. So one of the most powerful resources you have at your disposal is the home seller themselves. So they know their property inside and out, and their insights are invaluable. So encourage your seller to send you a list of qualities they love about the property. Now, I will interrupt Tom for 1 minute and put my 2 cents in here. So Pinky Nose Naples and I are great friends. And when I was with Remax, we saw much more of each other. But now in the past several years, that's not so much the case. But one of the things I learned from her is that when she would go take a listing, she would do a video. She always carried her what do you call that, Kane, that your stand? There's a name for it. But anyway, tripod, thank you. So she'd always carry her tripod and it would unfold and whatever. And the iPhone and your Android probably have one of the best cameras. The only thing is their microphones are not that good. But we're going to learn today how to improve the audio when I show you Jason Pantana's AI tool video. But hold the thought for just a second. So go into your seller and say, look, I just want to do a short video and I want to know, why did you buy your home? What attracted it to you? Why did you love your home? And let them and have a conversation, kind of not get fussy with the video, because then they'll get nervous and they won't start thinking about why they really bought that home, why they loved it. Maybe it was the neighborhood, the kids, it was on a cul-de-sac. Maybe it didn't have a pool and they liked that. So all these different things, the seller can help you in writing the description that you'll feed into ChatGPT. So I just said a lot, but it takes like 5 minutes to do it. Shorter than it tells me to tell you how to do it. Anyway, so what are the unique features and aspects of their home, and what do they cherish the most? And maybe it's the cozy fireplace, the spacious backyard. One of the ladies that Pinky Nose Naples interviewed said, I bought this home because it had a beautiful dressing table where I could put all my makeup. And that was why she bought them. And that video didn't go viral, but it got a lot of views. So things that people tell you are so valuable. I have another friend in Naples who lives in a penthouse, and he sends me beautiful sunset views. And so some people have beautiful sunrise views wherever they are. So these are details that will add an authentic touch to your listing description. And we think that you know what? I think sometimes we take these things for granted because we've been in the business so long, or we haven't been in the business long enough. And we think, oh, everybody knows this stuff. But that's not true. Not everybody knows to go to the seller and to actually talk to the seller about why they bought the home, why they love the home, and maybe even why they're selling the home. These are going to be valuable things and information that you can feed ChatGPT to give you a valuable description. And then Tom goes on to say maybe it has a spiral staircase, easy access to a particular mall, a brand new kitchen appliances that they put in, and so on.
And then I'm going to say I wonder if you remember about how many homes you looked at before you picked this one. Oh yeah, we looked at about 10. Great. Was this the most expensive, the least expensive, somewhere in the middle? Oh, somewhere in the middle. What made you buy this one out of all the 10 houses? So I start off with some softball questions. Let's go back to when you bought the house. Let's take her back mentally and emotionally to that stage. Because if I just start out, what do you love about this house? She might not remember when she bought it.
Exactly. And the tip number 3, Jimmy, to that point is, you're going to craft creating a compelling story. And now that you have the seller's input, it's time to weave it into a narrative. And so you start by envisioning the kind of lifestyle a potential buyer could attain in this home. So, and I have to say to everybody, Gary Vaynerchuk told me that if you're in real estate, you really are a media company. If you're selling anything, you're really a media company. So what does that mean? That means we have to do more than put it in the MLS, put up a sign and pray, the 3 Ps that most sellers fear. We have to get creative, and we have to be able to envision the kind of a lifestyle of a potential buyer who could attain this home. And this may all sound like, well, I've never heard this before, yada, yada, yada. But let me tell you that all this information is going all across the United States for all the agents who want to take their business to the next level, and not just take it to the next level. My other thing is you've got to change how you're doing business in the coming years, because life has changed. ChatGPT is here. Artificial intelligence is here. Video is what people want to see. Video with captions, short videos, long videos, videos helping people. I didn't grow up in that real estate world. Jimmy, did you?
No, and I think when we talk about change scares some people. I would rather say you're going to have to add something. Just keep doing what's, Teresa, it's still 2 hours a day of lead generation, calling your sphere of influence, that 4 days a week, 2 hours a day, 4 days a week, 3 weeks a month. Brian Buffini's formula hasn't changed. We're going to add to that in the way that we do it. So we're just adding another piece. And honestly, if I ask right now, everybody live, raise your hand. If you're live here, raise your hand. Okay, now, are you seeing this in the marketplace? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Are you really? Is it a lot in the marketplace or not very much? Okay, my perception is it's not very much. I don't look at a lot of houses because I don't work buyers, but when I look at listings, I don't see a whole lot of people doing what she's talking about. Do you, Colette? They're all doing this? Tammy with the IE, do you see everybody doing this? Tammy Compton, is everybody doing it? Am I the only one that's clueless? Okay, thanks a lot. All right, go ahead, Ruth. You better take over again. I'm digging a big hole here.
No, but you make a great point. And I always say, you know, I wake up with a smile on my face because I'm doing things other people were afraid to do. And if you're a real estate agent, and Mark Cuban said that, I didn't, but I like what he said. And if you're a real estate agent and you want to stay in this market and all the things that are going to change, we're going to have a paradigm shift. I don't want to get into that right now, but things are going to change. So if you're not in front of people with compelling stories for potential buyers who can imagine themselves living in that home, and you can't do that on a video or tell it in a description, you're going to be left behind. You know what people, they go through their phone, and what do? You know, there's flipping, the thumb. They're just flipping. And all of a sudden they see something you've said, or you have a video that's compelling to them, and they stop. You want to be a thumb stopper. Think of it like that. You don't want to just somebody to, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, you know, nice outdoors. That's boring. It's really boring. And that's like so old. So let's see what else Tom's blog has to say. People check Carfax to make sure the car they're buying wasn't involved in a bunch of accidents. And I'd say that the same principle is even more important for a home. So if the residents spend happy years in this house, mention that. Being sure to abide by all fair housing laws, of course. This has the power to change little oddities from an Amityville horror vibe to an honestly homey charm. And so just imagine walking 5 minutes from your front door and being at one of the local organically sourced 5-star restaurants of the Pearl Street Mall, something like that. Something that nobody else might say, but it would be a thumb stopper. And then you walk 15 minutes along the creek directly into the Flatiron Mountains. And so this location is so central to every experience people come seeking, but wouldn't know it in the peace and quiet of their serene living room. Think of how close we are to the Strip. Think of how close we are to the Sphere. I haven't seen anybody yet in their listing descriptions, and I haven't read all 4,900 of them, but I don't see anybody saying in this description, you know, and you're just minutes from the Strip, where you can see the Sphere, where you can see the Bellagio fountains. Why would I say that? Because if you go on Zillow, that description is right there with the pictures. And that description is and people are going to Zillow to look at your listings. They're not going to the MLS, they're going to Zillow for the most part. Yes, they go to realtor.com, but most of them go to Zillow. So what you want to make sure is that you say things that people who don't live here, and you can say this, if you don't already live in Las Vegas and you're going to move here, these are some of the amenities that you can do. You can go to the Sphere. You can go to the Bellagio fountains. You can go to the Container Park. You can put that in your particular listing, especially if you're not in a community that has any amenities. Anything to add to that, Jimmy?
Well, just even the people that live in Las Vegas, we don't take advantage of what's here. I mean, I love that Elvis song, Viva whatever.
Viva Las Vegas.
Oh, you guys already know what I'm talking about. Okay, never mind. I'm done. Go ahead, Ruth. You got a video you want to play. Sandy Castell wants to say something. Hold on. What?
Yeah, we're supposed to not do expounding certain things on our descriptions and stuff in the MLS.
MLS has some limitations on what you can actually put in the description.
Exactly. So we have to be careful that we're not saying, hey, it's a beautiful home, or it's an entertainment home. There's certain things that we're not supposed to say. So
Interesting. So if you're concerned about what you put in your remarks, run it by Ruthie or myself, and we'll tell you if you're looking at any type of fair housing. Yeah, just I'm a lot more. I'd have a lot more latitude in what I put in there than MLS, because I've seen the list of terms they don't want us to use, prohibited terms. I'm looking for the word prohibited.
What is that list? What are they?
You can get it from MLS. It's wrong. I'm not going to tell you what, because it's wrong. They say don't say master bedroom.
No, but everybody knows it as a master. We have to say primary.
Just turn your neighbor. I know.
Okay.
Just turn your neighbor quick and say you're the boss. Carolina has a comment. Hold on, Ruthie.
Was it MLS law is based on the fair housing law.
Right.
If you use words that go against the fair housing law, that one's going to get a red flag for them. But describe something like it is walking distance, you can go to the strip.
That's
This is
okay.
totally allowable
Right.
by the MLS. They don't have the right to put the red flag. Now, if you put this is a Christian home or this is a Muslim home,
Yeah.
or this is a neighborhood that everybody's white or everybody's Hispanic, now you are against the fair housing law. Now you're going to be in trouble. Like a
That's
master bedroom, that is a stupid thing too. Now you can say walk-in closet because it's against the fair housing now. You cannot mention walk-in closet because you are punishment the people who has
Block.
wheelchair.
That's ridiculous.
So
Okay.
it is ridiculous, but it is what it is.
Okay.
So we need to live with that
I've
shit.
never heard
So,
that.
so everybody,
Just
here's,
clarify.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
Well,
Because
hold it
Ruthie's
on,
got a video
everybody.
show.
so here's the solution to that. Take all those words, tell ChatGPT, don't use these words. That's all. How easy is that? They can still create a compelling sense of urgency and exclusivity without using those words. That's why you're using ChatGPT, because you don't have to think about all that stuff. Okay. So that now you just, Caroline, you brought up a great point for us to interject that ChatGPT can help you so that you don't violate fair housing.
Carolina's already using ChatGPT for all of her descriptions. She's already doing that. She's way ahead of us.
I use creativity, my own creativity with my colors. I used to color first whatever I'm going to put, what colors I want to put in the description.
So she's
And
going
after that, I base my words in the colors that I put on that description.
Okay.
Colors?
colors. Yeah, chromotherapy, color therapy. Yeah,
Color therapy, yeah.
you got
Okay.
Jason. Go ahead.
So Jason Pantana did a great he's got 9 jaw-breaking tools for artificial intelligence. Would everybody like to see them?
Yeah.
Yes?
There you go. You got it. Yeses.
Okay, it's a 15-minute video, and we're going to watch it together. And I also have the script printed out for anybody who would like a copy of what he's saying so that you can go back and remember some of these awesome tools that he has. So
We have to sign the sheet. So anybody that's signed in live, you'll get a copy of the scripts. You don't even have to ask us. If you're signed in, you'll get a copy.
okay, I'm going to hide Jimmy. I'm going to try to put me in the corner here. There we go. If I hide myself, then I don't think the video plays as well. So whatever that is, I don't know. Okay, here we go, everybody. And tell me if there's anything wrong, but I think it's going to work.
Today's video reveals 9 jaw-dropping AI tools and technologies to streamline and scale your marketing operations. You're running a business and you're looking to scale and streamline your marketing operations, and you've come to exactly the right place because right now you have a gift. You have an opportunity in AI. There are tools and technologies within AI that, if utilized for the right purposes, can massively quantum leap your marketing. How much content you produce, the way you're getting videos filmed and edited. So today is a breakdown of 9 different specific tools. I'll list off the tools themselves and what they do. It's 9 different tools and technologies in the space of AI that are going to be a game changer for your marketing. First tool on the list, and I should disclaim and tell you that sometimes I'll give you the name of a specific tool, an AI tool that does a specific job, but mostly I'm going to describe the job that's being done. What is the application of the tool? What is the functionality of the tool? Because in many cases when it comes to AI, there are different tools that do effectively the same job. So this first job to be discussed that can literally revolutionize your sales and marketing activities, your lead nurturing activities, is video personalization. Tools on the marketplace exist like GAN.ai, like BeHuman, like Maverick, where they do for video what email merge tags are for your mass email campaigns. So let's say, for instance, you're doing a MailChimp email campaign, and your MailChimp email is going out to your entire list, and likely your list contains different identifiers or different information about your contacts in that email list. It might include their first name, their last name, their email address, maybe their birthday, whatever. Just different data points about your contacts. And what a merge tag does is it allows you to install or embed a merge tag instead of an email, maybe in the subject line or in the salutation where it says hi, instead of saying there or person or whoever, it can say their first name. So hi, Dave. "Hi Sarah." It's a merge tag that sends a mass email but allows you to quote unquote personalize that mass email to each respective recipient. So what if you could do the same with video? Well, you can with AI tools like GAN.ai, like BeHuman, and like Maverick, whereby they will replicate one video but replace potentially a name of the recipient, or it could be a product name, just based upon your kind of profession. There's a good chance you're invested in lead generation for your business, and if not, you should be, and that's a whole different series of videos that we can talk about at a later time. And you are probably generating lots of leads in some cases. Maybe you're running pay-per-click ads on Google, or maybe you're buying leads through Realtor.com or some other lead source, whereby you're getting a lot of leads that are coming in. And in all likelihood, those leads are going to require some nurturing, some hand-holding, some effort to try to build rapport, build relationship, and convert the leads over time. And you're thinking, I wish I could send every one of those leads a quick, immediate, personalized video message the moment they originate in my CRM. Well, with these tools, GAN.ai, BeHuman, Maverick, you effectively can, where what they'll do is you record one video and maybe it says something like, "Hey John, thanks so much for registering on the website to search for homes. We're super excited about the opportunity to connect with you and work with you and determine your dreams and goals and how to help you achieve them most effectively. I'm Jason, and I just wanted you to hear my voice and see my face and know that I'm going to reach out really soon, and I'm excited to talk to you about blah, 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 blah." This is not a video to give you the exact script of this message, but what these tools can do is they use a combination of voice cloning and lip syncing, whereby the AI sees the pixels on the video. It sees how my mouth moves. It hears how I sound, and what it can do is it can replicate my sound, and it can use lip syncing to determine how my mouth would move if I said different names. So instead of saying, "Hey John," it could be, "Hey Sarah," "Hey Sally," "Hey Bo." It could be anybody, and it will make it look and make it sound as if I recorded a personalized video for each respective lead, and it does it in real time. So one video gets replicated over and over and over and personalized to each respective person on your list.
"Hi Jason, thanks for stopping by. Surprised how I said your name in this video?"
What if you're not Jason? What if your name is Jennifer?
"Hi Jennifer, thanks for stopping by. Surprised how I said your name in this video?"
And what is also really cool is that these tools can integrate with a lot of different CRMs, where maybe you have leads coming in and you want an automatic video to kick out as soon as the lead is generated. Well, these tools are on the precipice of being able to do that. Now, disclaimer, this is AI and it's new, and so there could be some glitches or what are called artifacts, where maybe it doesn't say a name quite right, or maybe there's a little glitch. So I would tell you to lean into this slowly and test it. But some of the tools you have to look at if you're in the business of lead generation and lead conversion are GAN.ai, Maverick, and BeHuman. The second jaw-dropping AI tool is AI Contact, as in the letter A, the word I, contact, as in helping you make better eye contact in your videos. I know, you can't stop laughing, can you? You may be familiar with the app Captions AI. It's in the Apple App Store, it's in Android's App Store, and it's an app that does lots of different video-based features. It can add subtitles to your videos and has lots of great tricks up its sleeve, but one of the unique features is an AI-based feature inside of Captions AI that can correct your eye contact. This app gives you the ability to read a teleprompted script on your smartphone. However, when you read a script, sometimes you might have seen that videos look as though the reader is not quite making eye contact and it's disengaging. Well, what Captions AI does, sort of like the same lip syncing technology that emulates your mouth movements for changing names or names of products with the last one, it looks at your eyes and it can correct your eye contact where it looks as if you were never reading the screen and you were always staring straight down the lens of the camera.
You've got Jack Hammett in Costa Mesa, great park in Irvine, and World Cup soccer.
Guess who's gearing up for the 2026 FIFA World Cup? Yep, Orange County's making some moves.
That's Captions AI, and it can fix your AI contact. All dropping AI to discuss really isn't an AI per se. It's an automation software that's been around for quite some time, and that is Zapier or Zapier, however you like to say it. I like Zapier. I think it sounds extra fancy. Well, they have several integrations in particular with ChatGPT, whereby, for instance, ChatGPT through Zapier can be connected to your Google business profile, whereby whenever a customer leaves your business a review on Google, ChatGPT will automatically be able to reply to that review and then also create a post and share it as an update on your Google business profile, all seamlessly, all automatically. And it's not just your Google Business Profile. There are zaps for lots of different connection points between ChatGPT and, for instance, Facebook lead form ads, Facebook Messenger, Microsoft Excel, tools like ManyChat or Ring Central. Go check out, there's a landing page on Zapier's website that we can put a link to in the description that will take you to all the different integrations. And there are dozens and dozens and dozens of your everyday software tech stack tools that can integrate with ChatGPT through Zapier. It can work with tools like Hootsuite. It can work with tools like Calendly, whereby if somebody schedules a new appointment through your Calendly, it can automatically send out communications with them to confirm details. Or if they cancel an event through Calendly, it can automatically do a win back or reach out to kind of figure out like, hey, what happened? Why did the meeting get canceled? It can be customized based upon your preferences. You should check that one out. Now, the next functionality of AI is more of a category of functionality that I call multimedia magic. If you think about the world in which we do business, from a marketing and a sales standpoint, it is digital first. Gary Vaynerchuk said long ago that every business, whether they know it or not, whether they like it or not, is running a media company. What is media? Well, media is photos, it's videos, it's text, it's graphic design, it's working with media, and some of the functionality of AI that is immensely useful is in manipulating your media. It's got multimedia magic built right into it. Couple of tools to make you aware of. One is Runway ML, which has lots of different features like inpainting, like blurring faces, like removing backgrounds. You could go check out Runway ML, and it's not only generative image creation, whereby you can feed it a text prompt and it will automatically output an image like many other tools do, like Midjourney. There's lots of other tools that do generative outputs of images. Runway ML does the same, but it's got lots of other unique features, and that inpainting one I mentioned a moment ago is amazing. So what it can do is you can feed it a video file, and like let's say there's somebody in the background who's just kind of photobombing your video, and you're like, I wish they weren't there, and it could be an image or a video. Well, with inpainting, you can take a brush, select that person at any frame in the entire video, and what the AI will do is learn the pixels that represent that object or that person at that specific frame, and then look for that pattern in different frames, because all a video is motion pictures. It's frame by frame by frame by frame. It can isolate those pixels and remove that object, but what's more is it can study the pixels around the object to make a prediction as to what is likely behind the object, so it's not just transparent blank space when you remove the object. That's Runway ML. You should check it out. It has lots of really special features and tools. Now, another tool in the same space, arguably even more worth writing home about, is Adobe Firefly. Now, Firefly for Adobe is sort of the engine of AI behind all their different apps and tools in their suite, including Photoshop and Adobe Premiere Pro for video editing and so forth. And I haven't talked a lot about it yet because up until about last week, Firefly, whatever maybe a generative image it might have created, was not technically usable from a commercial standpoint. But they're no longer in beta, so now it's being built into the actual Photoshop, Premiere Pro, and so forth. So Firefly, again, is the engine of AI behind all of Adobe, and it's incredible. For example, you can, on an image, select a portion of the image and then text prompt some kind of a generative command, and it can manipulate that image based upon whatever you say. For example, I could select the whole canvas and say, put a lake in the background, and it's automatically going to make it look as though I was standing at a lake. And the generative functionality works also in terms of repairing. So for example, and this is probably TMI, I had a photo from an event the other day, and I noticed in the photo my button wasn't buttoned up, and I was able to just magic brush it, close that button, and it's pretty darn effective at making adjustments based upon your text prompts. That's the generative image fill aspect of Firefly. Beyond that, though, some of the other functions that I think Firefly does remarkably well, I think it's the best on the market I've seen in terms of removing the background of an image. If you want to cut yourself or an object out of an image and you want to do it quickly and seamlessly, Adobe Firefly is really good at background removal. It's also the best I've seen for object removal. So for example, let's say you took a team photo, and then the next day after the team photo, somebody on your team decides they're going to leave. Well, if you want to select that person and remove them, kind of like the way Runway ML worked, where with the inpainting feature, which was specific to a video type of media, and it would predict what would have been behind the object once they're removed. Well, Firefly does that with images, and it does it remarkably well. So you simply would select the object or the person in the image and just say remove, and it will predict what would have been behind them otherwise if they had not been in the shot, and it's like they were never there from the very beginning. Literally, this entire video could simply be about the different tricks and abilities AI generates for you when it comes to multimedia magic, but the show must go on. Fifth on our list, and this one is incredibly useful, I want you to think of a time where you recorded a video and you're like, I was incredible in that video, I was so on point, and then you listened back to the audio side of your video and you hear, I don't know, babies crying in the background, dogs barking, maybe you hear the hum of a fan, or maybe you hear wind noise interrupting your video and you think to yourself, no, it was the perfect performance, the perfect take. I wish I could keep that video, but alas and alack, you cannot because it's unusable due to poor quality audio. Many would say that audio quality is even more important than video resolution. You can be the judge of that. Well, with tools like Audo, A-U-D-O, and even Adobe Enhance, your days of worrying about a ruined video based upon some kind of a disruptive noise or a continued hum or something like that in the background are behind you. I've used Auto numerous times. I cut a video once, I was outside, the wind noise was ridiculous, loaded it into Auto, and about a minute later it gave me an exportable video that had, through AI, removed all the background noise. There's a concept in marketing called integrated marketing, which means all your marketing works together. It's not independent, it's not isolated, it's integrated. And there's a concept in marketing called integrated marketing, which means all your marketing works together. It's not independent, it's not isolated, it's integrated. What the AI does is it can analyze, kind of like a human intelligence, and isolate all the moments where you hear the background noise and cut, and it does it seamlessly and rapidly. Now, tools like Adobe Enhance, they do the background remover. I've been most impressed by Auto's removal and repair of broken audio. If you have wind noise or something in the background that's bad, Auto is the best I've seen. However, Adobe Enhance is really cool if you want to make arguably a poor sounding microphone sound like you were in a professional studio. You can simply run it through Adobe Enhance and voila, you're going to sound like you're using a $1,000 microphone through the best gear imaginable. Again, it's all about leveraging AI tools to help scale your marketing, scale your sales. We live in a media day and age. Use the tools that work and help. Tool number 6 might give you like a little cold chill down your back because it's creepy good, and that is 11 Labs for voice cloning. Now, I've used this tool, and all I had to do to clone my voice was I grabbed my phone, I turned on a voice memo, and I recorded myself reading my own blogs aloud for like 5 or 10 minutes. It was just me in a room reading out loud. I wasn't overly worried about the quality of my sound because I can run my sound through Auto or through Adobe Enhance to get a better sounding audio file. And then I fed that audio recording into 11 Labs. It then the AI studied my voice, and it will also ask you for a text prompt to further describe your voice. So it may be off a little bit. I was able to add some additional language like dynamic range, strong inflections. I gave words that I thought were representative of me, and it really helped.
This is not me talking, this is my AI.
Imagine you're producing a listing video, but you've got numerous properties on your hands, and that means a multitude of videos to create. And let's say in this scenario, you're essentially just a voiceover, with the property itself taking the limelight. Wouldn't it be insanely helpful if you could just have a voice that sounds unmistakably like yours, yet doesn't require you to speak a single word? Enter the AI cloned voice, which is a synthesized audio replica of your voice generated by artificial intelligence that mimics your unique sound, tone, and inflection.
Pretty cool, huh?
Now, what you might be wondering or thinking is, why and when would I want to use a voice clone of myself? And the obvious answer is whenever you're using a voiceover. So when might that be? Well, for example, what a lot of folks do is if they're blogging, they want to create an audio version of their blog to enhance the rich markup and content, the quality of that web page. Well, you could use a tool like this to literally copy and paste the blog into a document, and then voila, it outputs you reading your own blog. It could also be a useful tool, for example, if you're doing podcasts and you want to sub in or chop in commercials or sponsorships throughout your podcast without actually recording them. It could also be useful if, for example, you're doing a listing video that you're maybe not in, or it's a voiceover of you walking through a property and pointing and showing, and you think to yourself, I don't really want to have to record the audio for this. You could simply type the script, copy, paste, let it record it for you automatically through the voice cloning tool of 11 Labs. Or another application might be, let's say you're training a team and you have all these different onboarding videos that talk about how we use this tool or how we use that tool. And you think to yourself, these are just screen shares with me talking in the background. And let's say a tool changes or a new feature is released in a specific tool. Rather than having to remake the whole video, you can simply just change the script and it will then output the new words based upon the fact that you have a cloned voice through 11 Labs. This tool right here, 11 Labs, is creepy good, and the functions and uses for it are ever increasing. Tool number 7 is not really an AI per se, but it is an app with lots of AI-based features inside the app, and that is CapCut. For your iPhone, for your Android, it is a useful video editing, full suite video tool for your iPhone for recording videos for social media marketing purposes. Now, it's got a free version and a premium version, and the premium version is where you'll find some of the AI perks, bells, and whistles, including, and this is more like vanity optimizations, but it can whiten your teeth, it can lessen wrinkles, it can add color to your face through automatic color grading. It has some editing tips and tricks that if you're not an editor, and you don't know how to do these types of adjustments, this is an AI that has figured out how to hard code the process of doing it on any video you feed it. So the app, the tool, CapCut, is certainly one to look at for anybody who's in the business of marketing their business. And if you're not leveraging video today, I dare say you're not actually marketing your business. But again, I have lots of other videos that talk about just that. Now, the next tool, or I should say set of tools that perform a shared functionality with AI is deepfake avatars. The ability for you to create an avatar of a person, and it could be a person of your likeness. You can literally clone yourself so it looks and sounds like you, or you can use sort of a predefined character that's already been made in tools like HeyGen, DeepBrain, or Synthesia. You can effectively go through a Rolodex of different characters, almost like you're choosing your person in a video game, and choose the person who will be your avatar, feed them a script, and they can read your script, and you can change the background, make it whatever you want it to be, and it looks really convincing. I mean, there's still a little bit of glitchiness, but it's truly impressive.
With AI avatars, producing videos is easy. Imagine scripting videos for lead nurturing, team trainings, listing details, and more, all with the tone and style that fits your brand. Just type and watch.
So I wouldn't say it's a useful tool from a marketing standpoint, but on the back end of your systems, again, training videos, onboarding videos, next step videos, it can be incredibly useful to not have to go record the whole training for a new agent on how we use the contract or something like that where it's just a pain to have to re-record updates. Those are just the pre-built avatars. The true deepfake is when you can feed it enough video of you, and tools like HeyGen can literally clone you. So the same functionality that exists with all the other avatars you can do with your own self. So basically it could be you delivering a training, it could be you on a video, and it's you talking and it sounds like you, but it's not you at all. It's just what the AI believes you look like, expressed through pixels when it exports and renders a video file that's supposed to be of you. My thinking at the moment is this is probably not a customer-facing marketing video solution yet. However, in terms of back-end, next steps types of videos, this could save you a lot of time and energy and effort. You might consider checking this one out. And finally, AI number 9 is incredibly useful and functional, and that is a tool to help you edit your videos more seamlessly, especially if you're not a video editor. It's called Descript, and what Descript does is it automatically transcribes what you say in your talking head style videos, and it creates a transcript of your entire whatever you said, your words, and it puts it in the format of a document. And so you have the ability to put your cursor on a document like it's a Microsoft Word document, and you can backspace and select and move words around. And what's crazy about it is the AI automatically parses through every word you say, and it automatically puts the cuts in the timeline or the waveform of the video, so the start and stop. So when you delete a word on the transcript, as if you say, I want to get rid of the ums and ahs, and you backspace the uhs, and you backspace the ahs, and those types of filler words, it will automatically cut them out of the video.
Over here is a video that I posted on Instagram. It's like a green screen video. I'm going to let some of it play for a moment, okay? I'm going to select my cursor. This transcription was automatic. I didn't have to feed it a transcription. It did it for me. I'm going to put my cursor right here. I'm going to hit play. Edit, add to your images, not unlike Adobe's generative fill technology, whereby you can say, hey, make the back. Hold it. I said, What if I just backspace, 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 like that, and then I'm going to put my cursor here, play it again. Add to your images, not unlike Adobe's generative fill technology, whereby you can say, hey, make the background sky blue, or make my whatever. The next.
So basically, if you can edit a document, you can edit a video using Descript. There you have it, 9 different AI tools that I believe are worth waiting around for. The question is, will you get to work and will you put them into effect in your business? Ideas are easy, execution's where it all gets done, and AI is here to help you execute at a way higher level. Now, if this video is useful, I'd love to hear from you in the comments, and please make sure to, as they like to say, smash that like button to let YouTube and other platforms know how happy you are with this content. Until next week, this is This Week in Marketing.
So, Jimmy, that was pretty useful, don't you think?
I know, like,
Let's
bugs
change the
you
last
one at a time.
So you're going to send us all the link to Jason, right?
Yeah. So, yes, I'm going to put it in the group.
Okay.
So there's one place where everybody can go to watch it, and I'll do this transcript in there as well. So it's accessible to everybody that's in the group. The other thing I want to just mention, there was 9 tools there. And just like we talk about the social media platforms, pick one and go deep. Learn one at a time. Don't try to, clog your mind with all this stuff that you get so confused and so frustrated that you don't do any of it. And that's what a lot of people did in the beginning with social media. They tried to do too much. Just get on one platform, learn it, and go deep on it till you've got a rhythm and a system. Same thing with these tools. Pick one. You might like the video editor because you're doing videos on B-roll and you want to remove your ahs or your ums or your things that you say that like, some people say, well, like this. Well, what do you think? Just get rid of that stuff. Try that. That's easy because it's like Word. It's like cut and paste. Anyway, Jimmy, what are your thoughts about those 9 tools?
It's too many all at once. We got to get it down to one, which is what you're telling us to do. And Adobe sounds really powerful. So I'm going to talk about your training that you're going to go to in a minute.
I'm going to go to training.
Yeah, you are.
What am I doing?
Jason Pantana. You're going to Jason Pantana's training.
Yes, I am.
In Denver. In Denver, is that where it is? Denver.
Denver, October 23rd, 24th, and 25th.
So 3 days of training. She'll come back with so many ideas. She'll overwhelm us too. We won't even need Jason to overwhelm us anymore. You can just do it for us, Ruthie. Pick one and teach one. Well, that says pick one and teach one.
Yes, and which is what I do. But Jimmy, we talked about this, and I am going to do it. That we'll pick a day of the week, maybe 2 days, and from 4 to 6, I will be in the training room. We'll have the green screen available. I'll have a camera set up, and we're going to learn how to do video. And then once we do enough videos, then we can apply some of these tools.